Hello everybody, welcome to my WWE Universe mode episode 1. And there have been a bunch of changes, but we're going to save that for later. We're just going to get straight into it. The way it's going to work is I've set up the universe here, incorporating some legends, some not, and what you'll see is I've made a lot of tag teams in order to sort of balance out the tag team championship, because there's really only like 6 tag teams, I think, that start out in universe mode. So I don't know, I might have been wrong about that number, but I've added a bunch of them. And I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. The way I'm gonna do it is I bumped it up to legendary difficulty, so where it's fun to watch, and then we're just gonna watch the matches play out. Except, like, when it comes to Money in the Bank and stuff like that, I'll explain that. That's a bridge that is a long ways away, and we don't even have to worry about crossing that quite yet. For the sake of enjoyment, I'm going to mute the mic as the entrances are going on. Alright, so but there we go. Okay, I'm sorry. So so pretty much I've asked several times, and it seems that people want WWE and 2K14. I have no problem with it. I love the game. I play it a lot. Getting pretty close to mastering it out, achievements wise. But I didn't change any of the championships around. I thought about maybe making a tag team championship exclusive to each brand, like putting the World Tag Team on there, putting the Tag Team Championship back on SmackDown. But I thought it'd just be a lot easier and add a lot of flavor to the Tag Team Championship if I just left it as a unified one for both brands. And the way it's going to work is we're going to go through all 5 matches, and we're going to watch as things play out. And the way I think I'm going to do it is I'm going to do like each show, or like I wanted to do it by a week, but I was just afraid. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go, R-Truth. There we go. Here we go. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, come on, you gotta be kidding me. 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. So I think we're also going to incorporate some betting going on, like before match. I'll make a prediction before each match, rather. It's going to take a lot of videos to get to WrestleMania. But that's okay, and we're going to make the journey together, gentlemen and ladies. Because, let's face it, I got a bunch of ladies watching my videos. It's the truth. Well, I think we all know that, really. Speaking of Santino Marella, I seen the dude. Just about every time I've gone to go see a It's like we got some interference from Zack Ryder, but he's yet to interfere. 1. Gonna take a little bit more than that, Santino, but oh, I think it's over. Zack Ryder, what's wrong with you, son? What's wrong with you? Beat him up, R-Truth. Beat him up. There we go. So, obviously, what's going on here is I've turned on interference for most of the matches. And, what's going on here is because Santino Marella and Zack Ryder have one of the very few built-in tag teams, Team Cobra. Which, I like Ryder. I hate Santino Marella. But I will give him this. Every time he's come to, like, my area, he's been at, like, every single show, I think. And, he's put on one hell of a performance every single time. But I also don't think there's a time that he's come that he's lost. So, last time, last time I think it was him and Fandango, which as far as DLC wise, I got every single DLC up to date, and as more DLC comes out and the series goes on, I'll download it and incorporate it in. A lot of the legends though I don't have. I really thought R-Truth was going to win. Where'd Ryder go? Near count. Oh, now Ryder's gonna mess it up. No. I don't remember interferences being this passive. Did he say aggressive shot to the nut section? And ladies and gentlemen, there's our first win. Santino Marella gets the pin over R-Truth. Gonna go ahead and head on to the next match here. Not gonna lie, I like R-Truth a lot more than I do Santino, so I'm a little bit disappointed in that. Next up, got AJ Lee versus Nikki Bella. Okay, I know I said we'd watch every single entrance to its completion. I just wanted to throw in, Undertaker does that shit a lot cooler. And I don't think there's a single person who's watching this video that isn't actually rooting for AJ Lee, so I don't know, I predict AJ Lee. So I feel, you know, one thing I'm going to have to get used to is watching divas wrestle, but I usually don't. I don't know. Just, by the way, I don't know if I'm mistaken or whatever, but is there any, like, diva matches in the 30 years of WrestleMania? I can't remember. I know, Miss Elizabeth is incorporated into a lot of the early ones, but I don't think there's ever a Divas match. Huh. I have to check on that later. I may put it in the comments. I don't, or not the comments, but the description. You know what I'm talking about. Yes, Jerry the King Lawyer. That was a face buster. So as time moves on, guys, if like there's something that's too loud or if there's something that's too quiet or whatever, please leave it in the comments, because I believe I'm going to record like episode 1 and episode 2 just to make sure that this is actually going to work in video form, because I haven't tried it yet, gave it any demo runs or whatever. Oh man, AJ's beating on Nikki, wasn't it? Yeah, Nikki. And something else I'll do that I just simply forgot to do is I will like turn on the visual count where it's on every single match, and I know that's going to irritate some people. That it isn't on right now. I literally went and I turned on interference and I made sure all the rules were correct and that the legendary was on, or that the difficulty was on legendary. Sorry, mix up my words there, but I went and I made sure of all that, and I meant to do that as well. I simply forgot. It was overlooked. I'm sorry for that, but I will do that because let's face it, it's a much funner experience to watch. And I've seen videos on YouTube like these universe modes, and everybody has it set to like easy or normal. It isn't very good AI on easy or normal is the thing. I think that's something that people fail to understand. So everybody, as this is going on, like I said, I'm not going to talk about the match and do the play-by-play. Little comments here and there, but mainly what I want to talk about here is defeat the streak. Jake came over, fell in love with the game as we were playing it. He went out and bought it, and oh, to the back of the dome piece. 1, 2, oh, close count. Oh, I think AJ's gone. 1, 2, 3. Well, there we go. I'm wrong on 2 counts. Gentlemen, it's all in the hips. It's all in the hips, remember. Any aspiring wrestlers out there, you know what to do. Arguably the most entertaining match I was expecting to come out of the Raw. I looked at the card before I started the first match. I can't remember the one after this. I know the main event is Cena versus Ziggler. Shield. The best entrance by far. Alright, everybody. So what you've seen was, by the way, I predict the Shield as the winners. At least who I'm personally rooting for. Something you'll learn about me is I like to root. I think a lot of people in WWE in this age like pick people who are not necessarily just always the good guy versus the bad guy, which is, I think most every WWE fan is done this, because Batista has been billed as like a returning face and a hero and whatever. He only gets booed, and you know, maybe that's from Daniel Bryan, Lewis. Maybe if Daniel Bryan wasn't in WWE right now, maybe Batista would have been cheered. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Anyway, one problem I have with this game is even Tons of Funk is a tag team that's in the game, like as it is. Like as soon as you buy it, get home, turn it on or download it, you know, as well, and you start playing it, and you check WWE or my WWE, and Tons of Funk is like the second or third tag team on there, but yet they don't have the Tons of Funk entrance and have them. I'd rather them have them separated, you know, than have what they do with the Real Americans with Jack Swagger and Antonio Cesaro, which you'll see, I'm sure, later on as the tag team division gets heated up. But why? Why ship the game? Have Tons of Funk in there, right? But you know, it's not important. It's not important. So and was I the only one surprised that Roman Reigns didn't leave the Shield after the Royal Rumble? I usually don't watch WWE television, and if Raw and SmackDown and stuff all switches over to the oh, I got some Tajiri stuff going on. Anyway, if Raw and SmackDown switch to WWE, what's that? WWE Network is what it's called. I don't know, because thing is my my dad here is in charge of the cable, and God, like, we watched the Royal Rumble together, and just like 20 minutes into the 30-minute beatdown of Big Show with a steel chair, Dad was like, I'm never ordering these things again. And I can't necessarily say I blamed him. The Royal Rumble sucked. It really did. But like the one of the matches, I can't. Let me think here. The pre-show wasn't on the pay-per-view. Couldn't order it until late. Well, I mean, you could order it any time, but it didn't start till late. So you couldn't see the full Cody Rhodes and Goldust versus New Age Outlaws. That was one thing. Then the first match was Bray Wyatt versus Daniel Bryan. That match was actually pretty good. Pretty fun to watch. Even though Bray Wyatt pretty much dominated Bryan for the last 15 minutes of it. And, well, Tensai's going ham. And, let me think here. After that one, yeah, that was the Big Show versus Brock Lesnar, which was a friggin' disgrace. And after that was Orton versus Cena, which was actually a fairly decent match. The only problem I had with it is that every single title match, like in the last month, or not month, but months, have been ruined by either the Shield or the Wyatt family, and I'm getting tired of it. Like, I get it. They don't want Cena getting pinned or whatever. But does every single match have to end with disqualification? I mean, seriously. Every single United States match, like as far as I know, has been ruined by the Shield. Uh, Intercontinental, I don't know. I think since Big E won, I like Big E Langston, but I believe since he won the Intercontinental belt, people have just stopped caring about it. That's a shame. Uh-oh. Close ball. Oh. Come on, Tensa. Brodus, get on the ropes, bro. Come on, man. Brodus just walked around the whole ring. Don't. Well, Brodus and Seth Rollins are just flipping out, ain't they? Four. 5. 6. One, 2. Oh, very close. I don't think I've ever seen a tag team match won by submission. Just sometimes you can, you know, like do that like spear thing, spear them off the ropes, and oh, it's what Tensai needs. Is he gonna tag in Brodus? No.
I can't believe everything that's transpired thus far. It's been so physical. One, two.
Close fall. Close fall. Shield have utterly destroyed Tensai.
You're tuned into Monday Night Raw, live and in high definition.
Uh-oh, roll up.
1, 2.
Close fall again.
So many ways he can beat, and then he starts breaking the rules. You can see the wear and tear that this fight has taken out of these men.
Ooh. That doesn't quite look right. I think Tensai is done. Will Brodus let him get pinned though? 2. He kicked out. Really?
Listen to this place come alive and build support for him. Boy, this has just been pandemonium. This Seth Rollins has a funny way of making bad situations even worse. This could do it. 1, 2, 3. That's it. The match is over. Here are your
That was a fun one. I predict Foley because flannel. Generally, when I do universe mode, um, Kofi generally gets the United States or Intercontinental or whatever like minor belt I assign, like something we might do later as time progresses on. I don't know. Like for the minor belt, we could bring back the European or something. I don't know. Do the WCW United States Championship. I don't know. Anyway, well, there seems to be like some type of weird problems with Foley's hair. Or not hair, but flannel.
Huge shot to the midsection. I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next. Nobody can take to the air to beat his opponents quite like Kofi Kingston. Boom, boom, boom. Look at him go. What a hurricane.
Huh. You know, I seen something funny the other day. Like Kofi's the tattoo he has on his spine sort of reminds me of it. It's like you'll see as time goes on, people get like the Chinese or Japanese characters, and they actually mean something. But some people don't. They just see something and goes, "Oh, that looks cool," and like I seen a picture. I can't quite remember the word, but some lady on like a Japanese train, and she had some type of word like on her shoulder. I can't remember. I can't remember what it was. Some part of me wants to say mayonnaise, but then again, ain't nobody manly enough for a mayonnaise tattoo. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I hate mayonnaise. Never liked it. Never could stand the taste. I was talking about the Royal Rumble earlier, and Kofi, God, like, remember that time that he like got thrown out, walked on his hands? I think I've seen everybody knows like he got thrown out on Alexander Rusev, but and Alexander Rusev put him on that rail. Kofi jumped something like 11 feet or something like that. And I seen that, and me and Dad, I looked at him, he looked at me, and I said, alright, it's true, Kofi really can fly.
These competitors trying to keep their wits about them.
Very close. Oh. Dang. I think Kofi's won. To be generally honest. You know, I think Mick Foley is like the only person in the world. For those of you who've watched the iconic Hell in a Cell match between Foley and Undertaker, then you'll know what I mean by Foley was the only one who could walk away from that one smiling. I really do believe that dude, Foley has something wrong with him in the head. He's crazy. 2. You know, I hear, well, not here. Like, I follow Foley on Twitter. And, I didn't know this. But Foley is a writer. And, I read a lot. And I was thinking it might be a good idea to actually see if I can buy one of Foley's books. I don't know how many he's written. Like, if they're, as far as I know, they're like biographies and memoirs or autobiographies and stuff like that. I don't know. I have to see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Kingston. Sorry, winner. Gotta say, unexpected. Unexpected. Ambrose is out there. So, before we do the final match, let me see here. And I'll do this for other ones later on. Hold on a second. You gotta be kidding me. I could have swore. Ah, here we go. Boom. Boom. Extreme Rules. John Cena versus Dolph Ziggler. I really want Ziggler to win. I do. And that's not because I dislike Cena. Actually, I like Dolph Ziggler a lot. So, I don't know. We'll have to see.
Extreme Rules match is underway. Anything and everything will be legal in this one.
Oh.
He's going through the mind of Dolph Ziggler right now, King. Look, the title's not on the line, but if he can beat the champion, that'll go a long way to bumping him up in the rankings here in the WWE. What a crushing leg drop. Ziggler with a nice mat-based attack there.
So what I'm thinking of doing next episode, gentlemen, and I'm gonna try it out then. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to look at Superstars, but I'm going to simulate all of its matches, and then I'm just gonna do SmackDown as I did this one. And of course, as you've seen me turn it on, you'll see later on this match. Display the county is on, so. I'm sorry, really I am, as an overlook by me, something that shouldn't have been overlooked. Steel chair, I approve. To the dome piece. Oh. Something I love that they put in this game. And this is about how it plays out every single time. Is I got the "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks. Let's go Cena, Cena sucks," which I highly approve of. I've never actually seen that in person, but when I went to the SmackDown tapings in Knoxville, it was Swagger and Del Rio. Yeah, it was because it was like, yeah, it was in last March. It was before WrestleMania. So, obviously, Swagger was building up to the Del Rio match at WrestleMania. And, of course, being in the conservative South, everybody was rooting for Swagger. But all the kids were going, "Let's go, Alberto." And then, especially the dude beside me is this long-haired Viking dude. He was hilarious, had me cracking up the whole time. He was like, "Del Rio sucks," and everybody was chanting with him. He's going back and forth. I love it. I'm glad that the people at 2K put it in. And real quick, touching up on Universe Mode, is that I have a lot of I don't have SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, and that's pretty much the only exception. But I got WWE 12, WWE 13, WWE 2K14. I just want to say, as far as Universe Mode goes, I think 13 was probably one of the better ones. 2K14 is really good too. WWE 12 sucked. I hate that Universe Mode. I played it a lot, but Universe Mode just never appealed to me. I was like, it's not worth setting it all up and whatever. But I was looking, and I was wanting to get over 30,000 gamer score. So I was looking through my games and looking at achievements, and I thought, which game has some really easy achievements to get? I needed about 500 at the time. 500 points, that is, not achievements. And Cena sucks. And just like that, I think Ziggler's lost. What? Why is the display count thing not on? Don't tell me I didn't save it. That is irritating. It will definitely be on next episode, I promise. I don't know what happened. I didn't back out. I saved it. Well, that's frustrating. Anyways, I get it worked out. Anybody else hear the Miz is awesome? Miz is awesome. That is awesome. Uh-oh.
And this has got to be it. Oh, that was close, so close. This young man, Ziggler, does have an impressive drive. And it's because of that very drive why I believe that Dolph Ziggler is the future of our industry. They have to sit in here. Referee asking. Oh, the chants are starting. This WWE Universe is calling for a comeback here. Wait a minute. Refusing to give in there. What sheer determination.
I tell you what, I don't like John Cena very much as a wrestler, but as a human being, he is fantastic. The Make-A-Wish Foundation, he's the #1 person. As far as I know, that hasn't changed. I remember seeing that. He's granted the most wishes in the world for that foundation. You know, go visiting children and whatever. And that's fantastic. Somebody like John Cena with that many fans, kids wanting to see him, whatever. The fact that he actually goes that much, I find inspirational. Anyway, there we go. Cena's our winner. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. That was our first Raw, and I gotta say, it went well, I think. If you enjoy, make sure to like the video, and if you stayed and watched the whole damn thing, go and get a cookie, because you deserve it. Come to my house, I will give you a cookie. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. See you next time.